those that are left beyond the majority. See, there's only a remnant of us that this devil gonna make war with. Read.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High.
See, these are the ones that the devil and those that operate under the devil gonna make war with. Those that do what?
Keep the commandments of the Most High.
Keep the commandment of the Most High, read.
And have the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua.
And have the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua. And that's us. That's us. That's why you look at Revelation 14 and 12. For those that, say that we don't have to keep the commandments or the laws of the Most High, and it's in the New Testament, see what it says. It's the last books of the Bible. What does it say? Revelation 14 and 12.
All right. Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua.
Take patience, that means time. But you gotta wait. You gotta continue to work in His truth. Revelation 22 and 14. This is what we want to be. This is the last book of the Bible. For anybody to say we not under the Most High's commandments. Are you serious? Read this.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do His commandments.
Now He told us in Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14, you're going to be blessed above all nations if you just do what I say. Hearken unto my voice and follow my commandments or His laws. So what does it say in the last book of the Bible?
Blessed are they that do His commandments.
Blessed are they that do His commandments. It's still going back to the same thing. Following His laws. That's an action. It ain't just reading them and you don't do them. When you break the laws of the Most High, He gonna curse you. That's why those that are coming back to the law of the Most High, doing it, applying it in their life, the proper application of these laws will bring you to a blessing. A lot of blessings, and not the curses. You see, that's why He's saying, read it again.
Blessed are they that do His commandments.
Blessed are they that do His commandments, read.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
The tree of life is everlasting life. Remember the garden, the Most High said, you can eat of the tree of life. You can eat of the tree of life, but you can't eat of the, what tree? The tree of good and evil. So at this time, from the time that Adam and Eve, the Adamites I might say, ate of the tree of good and evil, here we are today, born in the last stance that Satan has. The last stance that the Edomites have, because they're the ones that's ruling under the power of Satan. This is their last stance. So what you think they're going to do? In every way, shape, or form, have you so that you won't keep the commandments of the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
And may enter in through the gates unto the city.
Right. May enter into the gates into the city. And these gates, going to be 4 gates. Going to be 3 of the tribes of Israel on each gate, which makes 12. You see? 4 gates and 3 tribes on each gate. Let you know that we still are significant. The Most High is not going to do away with His people. So these are the people that's going to be able to enter into the gates of the city that He's going to build, that's already prepared for us, I might say. Much like Shai said, He go to prepare a place for us. It's already prepared. That's why we got to work to be able to enter into these gates, into the city. Read on.
Verse 15, for without are dogs and sorcerers.
Read that. For without the gate are dogs. And dogs is a word, I looked it up in the Unger's Bible Dictionary. It says dogs was used by the Israelites pertaining to the Gentiles because of their profaneness and because of homosexuality. Think about it. That's what it said. That's why I call them dogs. If you read Psalms 22 and 16. So we talk about dogs. I got a whole breakdown on dogs. Let's read one in Psalm 22, 16. I asked a question. Who is it that nailed the stakes in Amashek Yahushua hands and feet? Who did it?
Edomite Romans.
Edomite Romans. Who are who? So-called
Edomites.
You already said Edomite Romans. Who are they? So-called who?
So-called.
Yeah, okay, so-called who? What part of what's the nationality of those white people?
Italians?
Yeah, so-called Italians, kind of. So read Psalms 22 and 16. David is prophesying. You can't, somebody tell me that this happened to David. King David. Let's read what he said.
Right. The book of Psalms, chapter 22, verse 16.
Kind.
For dogs have compassed me.
Who?
Dogs have compassed
You
me.
say dogs have compassed him. Read.
The assembly of the
The
wicked
assembly of the wicked. Read.
have enclosed me.
Enclose me. What did these dogs and the assembly of the wicked do? Read.
They pierced my hands and my feet.
They pierced his hands. Who is that talking about? They ain't talking about King David.
God.
King David put all nations under the rulership of himself through the power of the Most High. That's why King Solomon, his son, had 40 years of peace. David had 40 years of war. So he had too much blood on his hand. He couldn't even build a temple. Said, no, you can't build it, David. You got too much blood on you did too much carnage on your hand. I mean, you gotta think about it. They went to war, man. This one cat had so much blood on his hand, it just congealed on his hand. On the sword, so much blood, it just got solid on his hand. He say, oh, no. You got, David had mighty men. 3 men, he said, man, I sure would like to have some water from that well. And the men said, what? Them men fought through the army. They fought through the, 3 men fought through the whole army and got that water. You gotta think about this. Got that water and fought all the way back through and gave it to David. Oh, man, I'm not worthy to drink this. It was like, man, y'all did that for me. That's love, though. That's kind of love that we're supposed to have for each other, man.
Yeah.
And that's where it's got to come to if you're going to make it in this kingdom, man. Because most, like I say, Most High said in Romans 9:13, for Jacob have I, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's very important. That we come back to, you're going to be like the Most High, then we got to care about our people. And it's not just the ones that's here, because we were there at one time. I was there at one time, I'll say for myself. So, and I know the Most High thought enough of me to say, okay, now you can come in and start learning what you need to learn. To come to another level, then another level, then another level. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it's been. It's just everybody have not come to that level of love yet for our people. I've been screaming this, man, since the 90s. And here it is, you know, some gonna reach it, some not. Because they got too much hatred in their spirit, man. And remember, love thy neighbor as who? Thyself. Right? So how they feel about themselves is how they gonna treat somebody else. It start with self. It start with self. So you look at a person, how they treating themselves, how they dealing with, how they not concerned about themselves, or they really dissatisfied with themselves, or how you gonna treat somebody else right when you dissatisfied with yourself. But when you are able to be content and work to make yourself better and know that you're a work in progress, so therefore you're going to try to do the things that the Most High says He does. He loves us. He loves us, man. If not, He say we've been consumed, man. Most High consuming fire. For all the things we done did to Him, He said He gave Himself to these other nations. They would gladly took Him. They already pretended like that He's their power. In pretense. Think about if He really was their power. Man. He said they would love it. Here we are telling our people, look, Most High loves you. He said you the power. He's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Why are we going after these other nations or trying to exalt them when they already exalted? This their salvation. This their salvation. Now how you gonna bring them in to our salvation? What they gonna do? They're gonna infiltrate, and what the first thing they're gonna do is what? Break it down, take over, cause division. So therefore, that's why I say Israel on that same mindset, a lot of them, because there's too much division. When you look at us coming together, how can we come together when you want to, I ain't up here trying to be somebody, man. We ain't nothing, man. Come on. How come it's going to take 1,000 years to know who we trying to learn about? Right? Ain't nobody living on 1,000 years. You see what I'm saying? We only got a few years to be able to get as much as we can get. We know I'm part and prophesying part. You see, because Most High said, I polluted you. But the ones that keep the commandments, that's who the remnant, that's who they coming after. That keep the commandments of the Most High, what they teach the churches. You ain't under the law, but you're under mercy and grace. But yet still you're a Gentile. That don't work. Because the mercy and grace was only given to those that were given the law. Well, get it. Get Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. Wisdom Solomon 4:15. Let's prove it. Because it's very important you understand this, because everybody thinks, oh, just because you go to church or just because you call yourself a saint, you walk in the building, now you a saint of the Most High. Oh, we got a new saint coming. Somebody come up in here and they're going to have to be identified themselves. Who are you? Who your daddy? Who your daddy's daddy? You ain't just walking up here, remember that Edomite they say, they claim, went into the church, sat down up and they stuck their chests out real big, and oh, we got Edomites coming up here, you know what I mean? And that dude ended up shooting. No, you ain't walking through them doors, just coming up in here and sitting down, everything stops. Okay, who are you? What's your purpose? What's your Gotta have some kind of explanation, right? Matter of fact, don't they search you when you go to the airport? Don't they search you out? They search you when you go into certain buildings now, right? Check all your stuff out. You go to Social Security, you go to wherever you go, different courthouses and so forth. You gotta be searched. You gotta be check out everything, right?
You make sure.
That's right. Come on, where we at?
We at Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 15.
No, we at 3 and 9 first.
Okay, come.
Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9.
Come.
They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
You're going to understand the truth. Truth is the law of the Most High when you read Psalms 119, 142. Khan? Go ahead.
And such as the faithful in love shall...
Read it right.
Shalakia. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
So, if you got to be faithful in love. What's that love? Get 2 John 6. He writes in the point. What's that love?
2 John, verse 6, Salakia. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
That we what?
Walk after his commandments.
Those that be faithful in love, this is the love that we what?
Walk after his commandments.
Yes, okay. So let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. It says, and such as be faithful in love, walking after the Most High's commandments, doing them, read,
shall abide with him.
Shall abide with him. So, if you're not abiding with the commandments of the Most High, you're not abiding with him because you're what? If you're not doing the commandments of the Most High, you are obedient to the Most High or disobedient? You're disobedient. So you ain't walking with him. He ain't walking with you because you become what? Wicked.
That's right.
And he angry with the wicked every day. Let's read.
For grace and mercy is to his saints.
Oh, grace and mercy is to who?
His saints.
To his saints. Now we know how to define the saints because grace and mercy is to his saints. Who the saints? Psalms 148, 14 defines who the saints are. It says grace, which is getting something that you don't deserve, and mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. Grace is getting something that you don't deserve. Mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. He said grace and mercy is to his saints. Define the saints. Psalms 148, 14.
Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people.
The horn means the power, like the power of a bull, the power of a ram, of his people. Read.
The praise of all his saints.
The praise of all his saints. We here to define the saints. Who are the saints? Go ahead.
Even of the children of Israel.
The children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. He have grace and mercy to his saints, even of the children of Israel. Who are we?
A people near unto him.
A people near to the Most High. What do you say?
Praise ye the Most High.
Praise ye the Most High. Lord Yah.
Lord Yah.
That's right. So he said, grace and mercy is to his saints. Read. In Wisdom of Solomon 3:9.
Come. For grace and mercy is to his saints.
Who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
And he hath cared for his elect.
And he hath cared for his elect. Who the elect? How you prove who the elect is? Y'all should know this. But we have
Isaiah 45 and 4.
Kind of. We have new people, so we got to go over this and make sure that they understand. Read.
Isaiah chapter 45 verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel my elect.
There it is. Israel is his elect. So now, the next scripture is Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. Now what are we defining? Why are we here? Not the armor bearer. Why are we here in Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9, and why are we here in Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 15? By hand. Y'all don't know why we're here? Because we go into these precepts because of a reason. If you don't write down why you're going here, then when you go over your notes, what's it gonna mean to you? You're gonna try to figure out what does this mean? Why am I here? You can understand it through the precepts. I came here because of what reason? Anyone? You know why? You don't know why we came here? Well, I know you know, but what are we defining? Why are we here? Well, let's go over Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. Maybe you'll get it by the time we finish this scripture. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 verse 15.
Right.
This the people saw and understood it not.
This the people saw and understood it not. Like y'all understand it? The question I asked y'all. Read it again.
This the people saw.
Yeah, y'all looking at these words. What?
And understood it not.
Understood it not. Read.
Neither laid they up this in their minds.
Neither laid this up in your minds. Read.
That his grace and mercy is with his saints.
That his grace and mercy is with his saints. Now we don't have to define the saints again, do we? We know the saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. Come. Read.
And that he hath respect unto his chosen.
He hath respect unto his chosen. So why do we come to these two scriptures? See, if you're taking notes, you got to write down in your notes why you're going here, or else when you go over your notes, you're not going to know why you're here. Why are we here, Albert? You know?
You just said. Why?
That his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen.
Right? Grace and mercy is to his saints. We were here because, don't they teach the people in the church that our people that are Israelites, they are what?
Saints.
No.
Oh, so
Well, they do say
they
teach
say Gentiles and saints at the same time.
right, but they teach them what? That they are what?
Under grace.
Yes, but what do they teach them that they are as a people?
Gentiles.
Gentiles.
Come.
They're the Gentiles, and they were grafted in.
Right.
Well, nobody asked who were they grafted in among. When they say we were grafted in, you gotta ask, well, who were we grafted in among?
Right.
What people were we grafted in among?
Right.
Because that comes from a certain breakdown that they get with not the proper understanding in Romans 11th chapter. You see? So you ask them, they gotta say who's the chosen people. In their minds, they've been taught who is the chosen people. The who today? What people?
So-called Jews.
Yeah,
That is
Jewish, right? But they don't believe in the New Testament. So you got them there.
kind.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So any way you look at it, man, it's all